Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel for this week's / month's budget setup, and then I'm already a week and a half into the month, so I'll go ahead and do my first expenses week in my planner as well. But first I want to lay out my expenses for the month, and this is where you will realize what a crazy lady I am, because I have 4 planners here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where I have my bills listed out when I've been doing the math. This is the actual budget planner. This is my monthly spread that has sort of a master list of everything. And this is the planner for my weekly budgeting, because I am crazy. But you know what? That's how my brain works. So it'll do. I think I'm just gonna use, not that one, what pen? I have this little pen case that I'm trying to find. Maybe I'll just do pencil for now. Yeah. No, I lied, not pencil. I'm gonna color code parts of it. Haha. I have my nannying color right here, and I'm just gonna start, I'll speed up the video by writing in the dates and writing in my work schedule and expected income. Okay, so I filled out all of my expected income for the month. Hopefully there will be more coming in. My ideal income for every month, I started setting this leading into this month. I want to start having income goals, and my goal right now is $3,700 every month in order to make my budget balance out the way I would like it to. I need to increase my income. The thing that's really exciting about having set this goal is looking back to previous months and realizing I usually do make about this much every month. I just haven't been managing my money properly. So I'm hopeful going into the month, but right now I'm about $700 short, as you can see from this, because with nannying, I'm estimated to make $2,446, and with proofreading, I made an extra $500, and that's $2,946 so far, so still a little bit short. I would have been able to make up that difference for sure this weekend at the end of the month, but I'm going to be out of town for a wedding, and the nannying job that I would have had that weekend would have been probably a couple $1,000s, which would have been nice, but I'm not gonna stress about it. It's a prior commitment and there's not much to be done. And it'll be great to be at my cousin's wedding. So the goal is $3,700 income, and then I will do my bill pay checklist. So I'll get this planner out of here and go on to figuring out my expenses. Because I moved, I have some new expenses. Here, I'll move this one for now. This month we're still paying some of these setup fees, which is going to hurt us a little bit because, for example, our actual bill for gas is only $8, but because of setup fees and a deposit and things like that, it's $92.77 this month, and our internet is going to be $49.99. We switched to Spectrum, and so far it's much better for my YouTube stuff because it uploads a lot faster than AT&T. But setup fees and all of that makes it $109.97 for this month, which I already paid this one for the month, as you'll see. But for now, I'm just going to fill out rent, internet, phone. So a lot of my bills have been going up, which is a bummer. My car insurance was an unexpected one. I did call to get them to lower it. She said she was going to credit my account for the amount, but it seems like not much came off of it. They charged me $117, and I'm used to this being $65, so that was quite upsetting. 101 is what they lowered it to now, I suppose, but still not super amazing. So then gas is a new expense we're going to have at the new place, but usually gas isn't too expensive, and the water in the household is paid for. This is for our water delivery service so that we have clean drinking water. I believe this is going to be a power month, so this is going to be an expensive month bills wise, but we'll make it work. iCloud, I'm going to include this with Adobe. So those are just my businessy softwares. Lex and I are starting a company, so we're gonna start putting these types of items under the same umbrella, and so pay it out of our business account instead. But for now, I'm still just handling the bills part of it, and then get the money for the other half of it from Lex at the end of the month. Clean Food Dirty Girl is 20. And then AMC 24. For the last 3, I guess I decided to include numbers. I'll put it through the whole thing. $17.50 is the rent at our new place. It is more expensive than the old place, but it's so much nicer that I'm kind of okay with it. Oops, not 65 for internet. Internet was 109.97, and car insurance is 101.57, and gas 92.77. Okay, other things that I need to buy this month that I'm just going to include over here. To buy list is a gift for the wedding I'm going to, and the shoes for the same wedding. And I'm also going to have to get an oil change and get some of my headlights and brake lights replaced. So that's going to be an expense for the month, which is a bummer. Okay, now I'm gonna fill all that info in again over here, just so that at the end of the month I can actually go through. You guys, I didn't actually go through and fill out this aspect of last month just because it was all so crazy, but I do intend to do that this month. So my ideal budget, I'm trying to set up so that I can cover all of rent, even though I'm not going to be paying all of rent. I just want to try to get my budget up to that level in case of emergencies and job losses, because Lex's income is much more sporadic because he does freelance I mean, I do freelance as well, but the freelance he does is in the industry, and that can really come and go on a flip of the dime. So just want to make sure that he and I don't have to stress about money, and then if things are going well for both of us, it's gravy at that point. 1,997, and that one I already know is going to be the actual phone. That's going to be actual. I haven't paid it yet, but not worried about it. This is gonna be actual. I'll actually wait until I pay it to put the actual over here. Electricity is an estimate. Groceries, I'm not gonna worry about that yet. Let's see, credit cards, 100, personal loan, 150.99, because there's always a service fee for that personal loan. Clothing, personal care. What other expenses does one have? Car payment, no, but car insurance. 101.57. Gas is probably going to be, I'm gonna budget $100 because it's been going up because I travel a lot more for my nannying now than I used to. It's a lot of driving kids around. Fortunately, one of the families I nanny for the week when I was taking the girls to swim lessons, they were giving me an extra 20 to 30 bucks for gas for that, but not all the time because those were just for the week. All right, what am I forgetting about? Phone, internet, water. That I will estimate at $70. It shouldn't be that expensive, but who knows? Car, gas, power. Okay, and then I need my iCloud, $2. Adobe, $21. And clean food, dirty girl, $20. Perfect, so that's pretty much it. Let's flip back to my old one to see if I'm forgetting anything. Then of course I've got that stuff, but no, that looks about right. Awesome. Now I'm gonna go through and let's see. So my expected income is 2,446 plus 500, and then hopefully I'll be able to make more. But if I'm only making 2,900, I will have to figure that out. So I'm gonna subtract the expenses I already have. 150 minus 70 minus 92.77 minus 65 minus 109. Oops. 97 minus 30 minus 20 minus 107 minus and then if I'm paying, say I'm paying, what is it, $925 of the rent, I believe is the amount I'm going to be paying this month. So it leaves me with $1,013 and $17 for groceries and dining out. So I'm not going to use this as savings. I'm going to do estimated grocery. $1,013.70. I don't want to spend all of that, but who knows? My ideal is about $150 per week, so let's do that 4 times. So $150 per week would be $600, and dining out, I would like to do $80 per week or $160 every 2 weeks. And that has been something I've been busting a lot, but at this point the leftover would be $390.70. Or not 80 for that, shoot. 80 times 4, 320. 320 for the dining out budget and grocery budget. All right, so that would leave me with $390 for these expenses and maybe extra debt payoff or towards more of the rent. We'll see. And so you can see I'm $700 short of this goal, but that goal includes trying to pay the entirety of rent because I want to be able to boost my income just so that we have extra financial security and so I can start paying off debt with that extra money in months when I don't have to cover more. So it's not looking too shabby, I don't think. It's not the prettiest thing to look at right now, so I apologize for that. But if you're just interested in numbers, this is great. So now I'll go into the first week of my budget in my Living Well planner. Sorry if the audio's a little echoey. I'm probably gonna have to get a mic at some point, but for now, I think this will do. So if you're new to my videos, I don't follow these labels at all. I put my income for each week and then how much I spent each week in the 4 columns. So this is my first week of spending expenses, and they have 4 sheets each month, which I really like because then I can go week by week. And so let's start with how much I've made. So the first week in my head is going through the 10th of the month because it started about halfway through the previous week. So I did this after I already worked these days, so any extra money that came in is already included here. Like I had under budgeted for the 116, but I ended up making the 116, so that's already all accounted for. Okay, so far this month I have made $658. And now I will go through my expenses. Spent money on gas for one. I did it twice because gas has been expensive, so I've been trying to wait for the numbers to go down and they haven't yet, so I still ended up spending $40 on gas this week instead of my usual closer to 30. But I will, so it was $41.07 for gas this week. I should fill out more of this just to make it look nicer. But of course now it's not even gonna fit. Transportation. Check. Okay, now eating out, that 7-Eleven was definitely for eating out type stuff. I think this was another week where my eating out was a little out of control because I still wasn't adjusted to my normal life at my new apartment because I've been working crazy hours and was just in go, 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 adrenaline and crash mode every day for 2 weeks or over 2 weeks. 13, I don't know what that one's Trader Joe's, so I'll count that as groceries. Trader Joe's, Ralph's, Walgreens. Yogurt counts as eating out. Yogurt is this really delicious frozen yogurt type, but it's more just, it's vegan ice cream, so it's really tasty and made with nuts and things like that. Oh, so much eating out, and it was disgusting. I mean, delicious, but I'm officially on like a diet for the first time in a long time. Normally I don't like to think of it in those terms, and I just try to eat healthier, but I've been out of control with eating out, so I decided to just call a spade, and I need to go on a diet. So $145.98 eating out, which is more than I want to spend on that. All right, and then groceries, $13.69 plus $102.97 minus $429. 39, 41, 12, 3, 13, 31. All right, and 195.42 for groceries. So, terrible week. Wow, that's awful. Internet, I paid $109.97. Okay, so now I gotta rein this budget in for the rest of the month. First, dining out. I'm just gonna fill this out. I'll speed it up for you guys. Okay, there's something like self-flagellating about having to actually write out how many times I ate out this week, but I think it was a good call to fill that out. I like how it looks and some accountability, you know? So you may have noticed I seem to have a bit of a donut problem, which I've definitely had to like nip in the bud, and no more donuts ever. I hadn't had one in a really long time, and then I let myself have one, and that was a mistake because I am addicted apparently. So yeah, I overspent, but what's she gonna do? I'm gonna put this away, put it away, and focus on this. So let's see if I'm even within budget of what I've earned so far. So I spent that. It's $548.03 remaining. I wrote these numbers too big, so now there's not room. $352.61 minus $145.98, $206.63, and $41.07. Which is $165.56. All right. So I do need to rein in my grocery budget. And first I'll put the $165.56 over here. And then I'm going to do something quick. $195.42 plus $145.98 equals $341.40. So let's go back to the budget I'm trying to lay out for myself, because week one, is $341.40, and of a total budget of $920, that leaves me with $578.60 going into the rest of the week. So, or into the rest of the month. So, $578.60 available. All right. So it's not gonna be the prettiest thing, but I'm gonna try to keep track of that because that number is important. All right, you guys, that is it for the first week of the month at my new apartment with a bunch of new expenses and trying to hold myself more accountable than ever and really get my budget under control. I will talk to you guys again next week. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. Bye.